do you think?
Ooh. Are we about to do this on this episode? Oh, we might get canceled.
Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Vaughnerable. I am your host, Chelsea Vaughn, and today we have our resident bestie in the house, Cashay Proudfoot.
I'm the vulnerable bestie at this point.
Yes,
we love it.
Is back, and we're having a fun girl chat. You are dressed to the nines.
To the nines, honey. I thought it was going to be a thing that we were both going to come dressed up because we usually get drunk after filming, and she didn't get the memo, I guess. So now I look the most.
No, she always does the most, and we just weren't on the same page today. I'm in leggings and a little black top.
She's giving fitness girly, and I'm giving like, where's my husband?
Yeah, but we might still go out. Let's do what's going on. What is something going on in your life right now that you're excited about?
I am going to Europe for the first time.
You haven't? Wait, I didn't know you've never been.
I've never been, girl. That's why this trip is huge for me. So I wanted to do like a European summer. It's the end of the summer. So I'm just going to end my summer in Europe. I'm really excited. I'm going to London, Paris, and Rome, I think. And I'm just like scouting for cuffing season. You know what I mean? I'm going to build the roster, have some tryouts.
European men?
Yeah. I'm probably going to come back engaged. Like, I literally told my mom this and she believes me. Like, my type is very Euro. Like, I love a Euro man. So yeah, it's giving engaged. Maybe I'll be like you in a relationship.
For clarification, I am not engaged.
oh my God. Yeah. Let's say that because they're going to be like, oh my God, bestie Cashay Proudfoot just confirmed Chelsea's engaged. She's not.
Because people kept congratulating me. Somebody offered me a ring. I got offered a dress.
Oh yeah, you told me about the ring.
All of
I was
this
like,
stuff.
take it.
Yeah, no, I'm not engaged.
She's not
Everyone thinks
engaged.
we are.
Yeah,
everyone
that's
keeps asking.
I'm like going to Europe and I'm really excited. I'm traveling alone for the first time.
That's really exciting.
Yeah.
I mean, I could definitely see you with a European man.
Oh my God, it's like my type to a T. When people are like, I know your type, it's your ex-boyfriend. I'm like, that man is not my type. Great guy, but like not my type. Like, be fucking for real. Yeah, my type is definitely like a little Euro. Like, I love the blending of two cultures. I don't know.
So like London, like a London boy or like a
I don't know. My
Parisian?
type, my like type, like if I could draft my perfect man, he's Australian and like 6'3", 6'4".
We've switched countries now.
I know. Now I'm like, wait. I love a Euro man, I do. But like if I could draft my perfect man, it's giving Australian 6'3", 6'4", dark hair, light eyes, beard.
I think
Funny.
a lot of people's perfect men fit into those categories. 6'4", dark hair, light eyes.
I want to break my neck when I kiss him. Like I want it to physically hurt every time we kiss.
I don't think you do. It's cute in the beginning, and then
we get it. You date tall men. Like cool.
No, I've never had to look up and kiss until my
do.
man now. Yeah.
She's in love.
It's cute. It's cute.
It is cute.
Okay, what am I excited about? Well, I mean, I'm doing a Euro trip also, but I feel like I already talked about that.
She's going a month after me on the same day. I'm so pissed.
And the same countries.
Same countries, same day, just a month later.
London.
I might meet you in Paris.
Please come. Please come.
Yeah. I got invited by this company. I'll send him to you.
Ooh.
Yeah. They're not doing anything. Not flying me out. Not paying for anything.
Oh my God. Actually, somebody emailed me, but it was for Couture Week. It wasn't for... Maybe I'll get some like invites because so far I have no invites. I'm just going to go.
Yeah. You have to just post on your story like, I'm going to be here and here in this time. I'm going to do that like closer to.
Yeah. And I also think like for London, my old roommate Casey's going to be there. And then for Paris, like I know a bunch of influencers. Somebody will be there that I know. Like I won't be totally alone. The one solo trip I did do in life was in Paris. So I was like, oh, I want to do something different. Like I really want to go to Italy. And I had it on my little mood vision board this year. I wanted an Italian summer, but I want to do like the Amalfi Coast and like bop around to all the islands and stuff. And I don't think this is the time. Like I want to do that later. Yeah. And I want Austin to come and I want it to be like
very similar. Yeah, that's giving couple trip.
Yeah. So I think I might just do like 2 days in Rome or something.
Yeah.
And then come take my ass back home.
Period.
But what I'm excited about, besides that, is I mean, I've talked so much about moving. I talked so much about Austin. It's like, you guys get it. I'm moving and I'm in love with Austin.
We get it. But we love hearing it though, honestly.
No, I feel like the past couple of years since the show and all this has happened with life, I feel like I've been neglecting my friends. Like my friendships, and I've always been that girl that's like, my friends are like I am a ride or die friend. Like my friends are my family. Like I've been all my best friends I've known since like low-key middle school. And I just feel like I got so overwhelmed by like the amount of stimulation. You know what I mean? Like it's just a lot going on. It's like all these new friends, all these influencer friends, all these events, all this blah blah blah. And I feel like I just haven't like actually made an effort to like be as good of a friend as I used to be, and I kind of miss that. So like, I'm excited that I feel like a cleared headspace to actually make room to be there like for my friends again.
I think the dust is settling. I feel like everybody understands that. You know?
No, I think they do understand. And I have amazing friends that none of them are like holding it against me. Obviously, they know I have a lot going on.
I hold it against you. I'm just kidding. I think it's like like you're definitely not around as much. We haven't hung out, like, but it's not like I feel neglected. No,
I'm not even talking about you. You're one of the new friends. I'm talking about
I still feel neglected. The fuck? We've been friends for a year and a half. I feel neglected.
I see you more than most of the other
facts. No, because I blow up your phone. I'm like, you're not losing me.
Yesterday, you're like, okay, girl, now you just lying. I'm like, I was not.
Okay, so every time I FaceTime her phone never rings. Like, be fucking for real. It's giving you're lying.
The last 2 times, it does seem like I'm lying. I'll give you that.
You're lying.
I'll give you. I don't. Why would I lie to you though?
She's like, oh my god, my phone, and then she's posting like in Austin's lap. I'm like, on her phone. I'm like, oh, cool. You just didn't get it.
Ring. It didn't ring. I have no reason to lie to you. If I didn't want to talk to you, or if I was busy, I would just text you and be like, hey, I don't want to talk to you.
No, I know.
Yeah. Moving on. Last time, Cash did not want to talk about cheating, but I made her talk about cheating. And
sprung it on me.
Yeah, I sprung the topic on her. I thought it would be like a fun topic to talk about. I didn't know she had such a cheating past. Not that she's a cheater, that she's been cheated on.
Yeah, I don't cheat.
Yeah.
I should start though, because apparently everybody doing it.
Don't start. Stay innocent. No, but today we're going to talk about a more fun topic than cheating.
One of my favorites.
The topic is standards.
Yeah. Yeah, I love this. I could beat this topic into the ground, honey. Let's get going.
Standards when dating.
Mm-hmm.
So what made me think about this topic was you posted a story and you were talking about going on a date and the guy had asked you to come over to his house beforehand.
Mm-hmm.
And
for a shot. He's like, let's take shots before we go out. Come over.
First of all,
we were going to dinner.
Just weird. I feel like that's just weird. That's
so
not even
weird.
Like
I'm like, if you're nervous, just say that. And you can take a shot to loosen up. But why do I have to be there? You know?
Yeah. And then you got a bunch of messages.
Yes.
So everyone was telling you like, why? Because you had posted the story like, why would I go over to this man's house for a shot? Like, it's
ladies,
the first date.
Like, raise your standards.
Right. Don't do this. And what was everyone saying in the messages?
There was just a lot of like, that's normal. Guys always invite you over before, like to get comfortable with him. Like, you shouldn't judge him. I was like, girl, if y'all are going over to a man's house you do not know before the date, like get comfortable on the date. Like I just could not fathom why you would go to a guy's house before the date. And some people were just saying they would never do that. Other people were saying like, he probably doesn't have enough money for alcohol on the date, so he's trying to get you tipsy before. Some guys were saying, yeah, we do that just to test to see what kind of girl we're like dealing with. Like there was it was a huge conversation. I got so many messages about it. Yeah, there's a lot of different thoughts on it.
I was with you on it. Like I was like, why would I ever go to a guy's house on the first time? Like I don't even know you, first of all. Yeah. Safety. That's the first thing I think about. Like I've had guys, no one's ever asked me that like on a first date, but I've had guys that had a car be like, oh, like I can come pick you up. And I'm like, okay, that's like sweet in theory. Yeah. However, I don't know you and I don't want you to know where I live.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I haven't even let that happen. Like to go over to your place. Like what do we think this is?
Crazy.
Yeah. You said, as women, we need to hold ourselves to a higher standard. Access is a privilege that is earned over conversation, comfortability, time, and respect. Ladies, don't start a date at a man's house ever.
Period. I ate that.
She said what she said.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So what do you feel like are some other, I guess, standards that you have as far as dating that you think people kind of like are too flexible about, some women?
I think one of my main things, and I just feel like this isn't talked about enough, or maybe it is amongst like the quietness of your girlfriends. But if a guy makes plans with me for Friday night for dinner. And he's like, let's do Friday night at 8. I'm like, okay. And if I don't hear from him until Friday morning, I'm not going. Like if I don't hear from you the day before the date or like the very, very morning of like, can't wait to see you tonight. And then you hit me up 3 hours before the date, women will still go on that date. And I think that is bananas to me. If I don't hear from you before the date and you're hitting me up, if we have dinner plans at 8 and you text me at like 5, if I didn't hear, I made other plans. Baby, be fucking for you. You're not going to see me. And I think that is so crazy. Again, women need to raise their standards in that way. Like if he doesn't have the decency to confirm with you the day before or hit you up the morning of, you're not seeing me.
So you're talking about like you had been talking to a guy. Let's say you made the plans a week in advance. And then, but you had a date, you had a time, and you had a location. Like everything was already planned out. You knew you were going to, I don't know, Carbone at 8 p.m. On Friday. You want him to text you to reconfirm. Not to reconfirm, but it's like, if I don't hear from you at all, and you just like, that's weird to me. I love a gentleman. Like, can't wait to see you later, or some kind of conversation. You don't have to reconfirm. Like, it's been confirmed. Right. I'm going to see you there at 8. But if I don't hear from you at all and I just stumble into the restaurant, I just don't like that. Yeah. It's just not cute to me. You don't have to go above and beyond and be like, am I going to see you? Like, it's not that serious. But I love just a text in the morning. Like, I'll see you later tonight. Looking forward to it. Anything. Yeah, I think it's nice because it's like that morning of, you kind of like, and I've been there, been like, okay, well, I haven't heard from him. Are we still going? Hello? Like, and especially because we made the plans on Monday. It is now Friday. Yeah. Like, we don't even have to talk. I'm a very like chill girl in that sense. You don't have to talk to me all the time, but what's up? Like, you know what I mean? I just think that's so weird. So then if he hits me up like at 7, hey, I'm like, no. And then what would you say? I'm like, well, I haven't heard from you today, so I just didn't know if we were still going. Like, we should make plans for next week. And I will cancel 1,000%. Because be fucking for real. I think that, like, I usually am talking, whoever I'm going out on a date with, I feel like I would be talking to them throughout the week. Same. Anyway, like, just random casual talk. Of course. So then it'd be like, okay, we already made the plan. Like, that's not weird. But I think if it's like, you made the plan, let's say you got each other's number from Hinge on Monday, made the plan for Friday, and then you didn't hear a peep. Like, that is weird. Like, you could literally just text the morning of and say, like, see you tonight. That's it. Done. Yeah. Again, so simple. And I make things so complicated. Yeah. But do you think that, I think that guys do that because, like, sometimes they're waiting to see if, like, other plans fall through. Like, they keep you on a little back burner. You're their B string. Yeah. And then they wait till 5 to be like, okay, see you. Because, like, things with girl A didn't work out. Things with Jessica didn't work out. So, hey, I still want to go to Carbone. Well, now I'm going with one of my best friends. See you there. Like, bye. Yeah. I think it makes you, like, seem more, like, well, not seem. Like, you really do have things to do. Like, you actually are busy. Yes. And also, I have very high standards and I'm highly sought after. So if you want a bite of this, like, treat me right. Warm me up. You know what I mean? Don't just grab me out of the fridge and toss me on the fucking table like a loser. No, order me. Unwrap me. Not a loser. Eat me up. Hello? Yeah. I feel like when I was in the dating game, I could have done a better job of not playing hard to get, but, like, I mean, I do have high standards and I'm not really trying to hide that. Yeah. And I don't think anyone was shocked by that either. But it's like, I wouldn't do like things like that. I would kind of just be like, all right, we made the plan. Like, yeah. And that's what I mean about like women raising their standards. That's another thing when you said I'm playing hard to get. Men love to say this woman's playing hard to get. And I've always cleared it up right away. I'm like, I'm not playing hard to get. I am hard to get. And that's not me being conceited, cocky, bitchy. Like, I'm not playing a game. I'm hard to get. And if you don't come correct, you will not get a chance at me. And I just think more women need to have that standard and that type. It's like, but, well, he's the only guy that asked me out this week and he's really cute and he has a good job. Okay. You don't need cute men to have good jobs. Like, who cares? You know what I mean? Like, yeah, but a lot of people aren't willing to do that and walk away and say bye to, like, I love walking. I be strutting away. Like, I love it. It makes me like, you know, I'm the girl that you're going to think about. Like, fuck. You know what I mean? Like, I fucked that up. Yeah, no. Okay, yeah, but I don't think a lot of other people don't have like a bajillion guys chasing after them. I don't either. This is like, I just carry myself that way, but I literally don't. Do not get me wrong. A bitch get offers, but it's not like I have like 1,000 men like begging on their hands and knees to date me. Again, when you carry yourself at a high standard, you don't have them, like as many options chasing you because they're like, that bitch is too much work. And then they go over with the girl who's easier. But I don't mind that. I like a guy that's like, you know what? Like, I like that she's not easy. I like that she makes it hard. You know what I mean? Like, I can't even tell you how many men
not how many men. This comes off weird, but I can't tell you like the amount of men that have still been chasing me because I'm like the only girl that they can't get to sleep with them. You know what I mean? But it's like those men I will never let sleep with me because they only want one thing, and it's just to conquer their sleeping quest. You know what I mean? I don't know.
They like the chase. They like the hunt, whatever.
Yeah. And you have to like look through those guys and realize, okay, this guy's an actual prospect that sees me, values me, and wants me versus this guy wants to be inside me because his homeboys can't get in. You know what I mean? Like, and it's true. I think more women need to like really think about these men.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of like, I don't have anything crazy. Like, I don't think my standards are like out of the ordinary at all. I think when it comes to texting, that's a big one for me. Like, what do you mean? I'm not putting up with inconsistency or like you popping in, popping out, you know, like the hot and cold shit. I don't do it. Like, I feel like I have put up with that when I was like younger. You know, everyone has like early 20s, whatever. But now if I was dating, it's like, if I have to be like playing this guessing game, wondering if you're going to hit me up, look, checking at my phone, not being able to concentrate on what I'm doing. Cause I'm like, is he going to text me today? Is he going to, ugh, I hate that. I just feel like that's the most simple and easy way to show that you're interested is just to be consistent with the texting. Like, and I don't even want you to text me good morning I don't want a grand rising queen Monday.
Ew, I hate those kind of guys.
So gross.
Ew.
Monday through Friday. I don't want it. Like, if you text me every morning at 9:01 on the dot, good morning, that's honestly giving me the ick. Like, I don't even want
1000%, yeah.
I just want you to text me back in a reasonable time and act like you're interested. And I don't always want to be the one texting you first either. Because that's annoying. It's like, act interested. You don't even have me yet. Like, what's it going to be like if I was in a relationship with you if you can't even chit chat?
Not chit chat. I always say, like, if you have to wonder if a guy's interested, he's not. And even if I don't care, like, there's also like the gray area. He was nervous. He didn't. I don't care. If I have to if I have to wonder at all if you're interested in me, I'm going to assume you're not and move on. Like, I never wonder. I'm just like, oh, you're not. Cool. Bye.
But that's what it comes down to, again, is that a lot of people are like, well, they just want to sit there and, you know, make justifications because they don't want to be like, he's not interested by. Yeah. Because they'd rather sit there and do that than be like, I'm going to be by myself.
That's why he's just not that into you. It's one of my favorite movies. It literally built the foundation of my dating life, like, truly.
But I feel like, did you watch Sex and the City? I can't remember.
Yeah.
I always ask you this. But that episode when Miranda like talks to the guy and that guy was just like, he's just not that into you. And she's like, wait, what the fuck? And then she's like, I need to tell all women in the world this. He's just not that into you.
Literally.
It's like a revelation when you hear it for the first time. Like, oh shit. Because guys really, they are kind of simple when it comes to that. Like, it's not hard
if he wants you, you will know.
Yeah. I don't know. I think the whole like, if he wanted to, he would is true. And I think a lot of people just don't want to hear that.
Yeah. Or a lot of women are, I can change him.
Yeah, I don't know. With that, sometimes I feel like it's not even, it's just like another Sex and the City reference. Like the cab light being on. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like, it's like you weren't the one to change him. It was just the right timing.
1000%. Yeah, he changed for me. Girl, maybe he was just like, men don't change for women. They decide that they want to change for the type of woman that they meet.
Like, nobody changes for anybody though. It's like you have to find someone that is wanting to change for themselves.
Yeah.
And maybe you just happen to be the girl that they were with at the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
But like, you didn't change him. You just caught him at the right time when his life was on.
Period. Not the light. Yes, girl.
The cab light. Okay. Have you ever dated like, or talk to anyone that was like, oh, your standards are just too high? Or has anyone ever said that to you?
Again, like, men don't say to me, my standards are too high. They say I'm playing hard to get. Like, I've never heard your standards are too high from a man, but they will say you're playing hard to get. But I think now with dating culture, it's changed so much. And I don't like to say that I'm old fashioned, but I am. Like, I'm not someone that's just going to hop in bed with you. You have to take me on dates. You have to have conversation. You have to stimulate my mind. But now with the dating culture, it's a lot of, you're hot, we fuck. You're hot, I'm interested. Like, you know what I mean? And I just think how I present and how I actually am is like different. Do you know what I mean?
I do.
Yes. Like, you get it. Like, when men first meet me, like, especially when I was in Cabo, the way I was posting on Instagram and like bikini or whatever, like, I come across like hot girl, like bad bitch sometimes, right? And you get that because you are giving bad bitch model top, but we're like silly girls. We're silly. We like to have fun, you know, and men are always like shocked when they spend time with me. Like I'm just like very silly and kind of obnoxious and wild. And men don't expect that. So when they have an idea of me or put me on some kind of pedestal and they get to know me and they're like, well, this isn't what I ordered. And I'm like, no, well, yeah, it's not, but it's just different. Like dating culture is just so different now. So it's never your standards are too high. It's just you're playing hard to get.
Now that you said that, the way you said it, like men have never said that to me. It's like that made me think, who does say it then? And I'm like, it's only other women telling other women,
yes,
that their standards are too high.
Yeah,
and it's like
if you're telling another girlfriend or another woman, period, of why you're single, they're like, girl, you're doing too much. Your standards are too high.
Yeah, like you need to relax and be realistic. Like settle.
It's giving settle.
Like I did with my husband that
I'm like, okay, well, your husband's busty and doesn't love you and won't cook you breakfast. So you go with that, and I'm going to keep my high ass standards. Like, what? Bye. He won't even carry the groceries in for you. And you're saying lower your standards. No. I would never.
That's too funny. Yeah, I think I kind of am like old fashioned when it comes to I don't know if old fashioned is the right.
Yes, that's what I was saying. It feels weird to say like old fashioned.
Maybe just like
standards. Like, you know, like I don't know.
Manners, like Southern, like I want to be courted.
Oh my God, I want to be courted. Like one of my favorite things, I love handwritten letters and notes.
Oh,
and that's just not a thing anymore. Like nobody even owns a pen and paper these days. And I'm just like,
kids don't even know how to write cursive
hello. And I'm like, I get you can send me a nice text, like, okay, but a handwritten letter or note literally warms my heart and my bosom. I love that kind of stuff. And it's just not really a thing anymore. I want like an not old fashioned, but like an R&B 2000s type of love. Like you're writing a note and you're crying in your bathroom if you think you're going to lose me. Like I want some shit like that.
I love how we both were just like, we're not old fashioned. Then we're literally using the word courted. Courting. I think that's from like, I don't even know.
Us, but we're not
1700s. Yeah, no.
Black women too. Yeah. 1700s. Bye. No. That's funny.
Okay. Let's talk about race then. Do you think?
Ooh. Are we about to do this on this episode? Oh, we might get canceled.
No, I'm talking about standards as a Black woman dating versus. I mean, I don't know what it's like to date as any other kind of woman.
Let's get into this.
It sounds like you have thoughts.
I'm so excited. We be texting about this. Like, I'm very excited to talk about this. Now, the men are about to be butthurt in the comments of this. Maybe this might be our next viral clip.
The last one's still going.
Hey, girl, 5 million. Dating as a dark-skinned woman, number one, is just very different. Dating as a Black woman is very different. The races that we date, I think we're treated differently.
You think if you're a Black woman dating a different race that you're treated differently?
Yes. Okay, so this is I'm obviously darker than you are. We have different dating experiences, but you can still relate as a Black woman. But me being a dark-skinned woman, dating, I love my Black kings. I love Black men. I love Black love. Like, it's just what I love. But finding a Black man that genuinely desires a dark-skinned woman has been interesting, right? Because every Black man I've dated, don't get me wrong, they generally find me attractive, generally like being with me. But at the end of the day, their type was always exotic, meaning light skin, curly hair. Like, that's not exotic.
Green eyes.
She's just mixed, babe. She's just mixed. That's been my experience. But I'm someone who dates outside of my race. I date inside. I date all around. You know what I'm saying? If you fine, you fine. But my experience in dating like European men or white men or just mixed race men or men of different cultures just treat women differently. I've never had to worry about like maybe this man desires a lighter skinned woman when I'm dating outside of my race, or when I'm dating a Black man that genuinely desires a dark-skinned woman or loves a dark-skinned woman, versus dating a Black man who just likes exotic women and I'm treated as such. Like, you know what I mean? You see his Instagram likes, you see his following, you see his ex-girlfriends, you see the women he lusts after or secretly DMs behind your back. Like, it's like you're not actually being desired and you're treated like a placeholder. You know what I mean? Like I've had so many different experiences. What do you say on the topic before I get us canceled?
Okay, so obviously I can't relate on the being dark skin front, and I know that's layered.
Yeah.
But just being black, like I haven't dated. Damn, I really haven't dated anyone that's not black.
Yes, you said that.
I have. Yeah, I've dated black men. I've dated mixed black men. I've dated dark skinned black men, African.
Period.
I've dated ones with white moms.
I've been around there.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know on that front, but like I have been multiple times the first black girl that the black guy has dated.
Yep, I've been there
twice,
Fetishized, kind of.
And then I don't like not their typical type because they're looking for an exotic mixed light skin girl with curly hair.
They all are.
Yeah. I just think it's interesting that a lot of black women will say, and people, this is a double standard because black men will date white men left and right. I mean, white men.
White women. Yeah, I was like, wait, what? I was like,
black men dating white men. Yeah, they do that too. But black men will date white women and nobody has anything to say about it.
Anything to say.
And everybody says that black women are just bitter and black women are just mad because they're dating white women and when white women are easier to deal with and black women are difficult. And in reality, black women don't even care. Like it's
we
like,
don't give a fuck. Like we literally do not care.
We want someone that wants us back.
Period.
And if it's not going to be black men, that's why all the black women are starting to date white men.
Period.
And they say, let me know if it's true because I haven't. But like, I feel like a lot of black women say like, I am treated at such a higher standard.
Yeah.
Than when I've dated black men, and and they're like, I'm not going back.
It's hard because it's like in my life. I love my parents' love. Like my dad is a strong, confident, beautiful, loyal, romantic black man. And they say like daughters date their fathers.
Right.
And if there was a black man out there like my father, absolutely, right? Like it's just men like my father are just dime a dozen. Like my brother was raised in a really great way. Like my dad actually desires black women, you know, but it's like in my experience with dating black men, don't get me wrong. Like I've met a lot of amazing black men that just love black women as well.
Right.
But men that I've dated, I'm not their usual type and I'm treated as such, right? And then I watch them date other women or like look at their past relationships and I'm just like, wow, like it's like 360, right? And it's just different. And it's like when you're dating a man and you are their type, you can feel that versus if you're dating a man and you're not their usual type. You go to dinner, right, with a man and you're not their type and let a light-skinned curly hair girl walk by, you can feel it. Like the energy shifts and you can feel their energy towards that woman. And it's just so uncomfortable. You can see them lust after those other women and you're like, does my partner lust after me? Yeah, versus dating someone who is your type.
Right. There's a difference between like being insecure and having insecurities that your partner made you have because literally they were, you know, doing what they were doing.
Hello. Yeah. And that's my thing. And a lot of men, that's their first thing to say to a woman, like you're insecure. And it's like, no. Like women act in the way that you make us feel. Right. So if you're like constantly fucking around on us or doing certain things or making us like wonder or never complimenting your woman, like of course she's going to be like, fuck, like when I'm in it, whether it's inside or outside of my race, when I'm dating a man and I am their type, like whether they've dated light skinned girls as well, but they've dated a dark skinned girl and like genuinely appreciates a black queen, I can feel it. You know what I mean? It's just different.
It is. And it's like you can relate on a level of who you've dated. Like I've dated guys that weren't really my type and I just happened to like end up, you know, catching feelings or like falling for them, whatever.
Yeah.
It's completely different when you're dating someone that is not in a like you can totally fall in love with someone.
Yeah, it's a different type of like
but like you can fully fall in love with someone that just wasn't your normal type and it could be an amazing kind of love and whatever else. Yeah. But it is different, I feel like, when not that I was like breaking my neck for other dudes. But but like it is different. And I almost feel like with men, they're worse at hiding it than we are.
So bad. And it's like they're not even trying.
I don't think they even know. I don't even think they can help it.
Like it's a subconscious thing.
Yeah. I think they're worse at it. And when you're not their type, it's like they can be like, yeah, you're beautiful, but it's not you.
It's not like you are so beautiful. Like it's you can feel it's like a passing
that desire.
Yeah. Like I remember like in certain aspects of just different men that I've dated, like I can just feel the love. Like my first boyfriend was just obsessed with me, loved everything about me, you know, and I've had like mean, every relationship I've had besides my last one, like they genuinely wanted to be there. It felt like, you know what I mean?
Hopefully.
Like, but there's just like other times when you're just not their type. But, and when I say like my type is like a European man or like an Australian man, like generally like that's just so much fun. I love an accent. But like I genuinely love all types of men. I just like a romantic, passionate man who dances and likes to have fun. I don't really care like what race you are in that.
Right.
You know what I mean? But it's like, it does feel really nice dating a man who just desires you, you know?
Yeah, I was talking about this with Austin the other day too, because I was like, honestly, you know, when I first met you, I assumed I wasn't going to be your type. Because, you know, you guys have seen Austin. He is.
Y'all seen Austin. I was like, me and Darlin, huge fans of yours, obviously. But also like when I sent Darlin, like, because you sent me a picture of him, Darlin was like, you know what I mean? Because we were both like, he looking real light. And if I look at his Instagram following and it's giving Tanisha with the curly hair or like Sophia with the green eyes, I was gonna be mad.
Yeah, no. And I told him this like week 1.
Yeah.
I was like, do you date black women? Because I'm not trying to be somebody's first for the 3rd time.
Bye.
And I was pleasantly surprised that he was only interested in black women. But like looking at him, I was like, there's no fucking way. I'm sorry. Fucking way. I was like, there's no way you look like that. You have a person. There's no way. I was just
that man, like you can feel that he actually desires you and wants you and finds you beautiful. Like you can, I was emotional when we were in the Hamptons, like sitting across from you guys. Like guys, I literally teared up, like sitting across from them because you can, again, you just feel when the man desires his woman. Like it just was so beautiful to witness. Like that man genuinely finds you so beautiful.
Aww.
And not even just your looks, but everything about you, but he loves himself some Chels. And I love that for you, girl. Like, it's so beautiful to witness.
Oh, yeah, no. When we did our podcast and like people were commenting, they're like, you can just tell like how much Austin adores you and
adores
how
you.
much respect he has for you. I'm like, oh, just from this video, you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really cute.
It made me think about what you said about like how he was like rubbing my head, like my hair and stuff. And I was just like, oh.
Yeah. Yeah, it was really cute to witness.
Okay, so then do you feel like in your experience of dating white men that it's been different in that way? Like you felt more wanted and appreciated? Or do you just happen to feel like the white men that you dated, you were their type?
So I've had 4 relationships, 2 of them really significant.
Okay.
2 have been outside of my race, 2 have been inside of my race.
Okay.
Different experiences. Like definitely different. But I think, like, I'm not going to say, like, I think in a sense I was their type, right? But like with one of the, so I dated a French guy. I dated an Italian man, but like American Italian, not like Italian Italian.
Okay.
And then I dated 2 black men. And it's just like very different. Like the French guy adored me.
Right.
Like just, they don't have black people over there. Like he loved me. Loved me. Like his type was just a black woman. Loved a black woman. And that man just, the ground I walked on, kissed it. But we broke up. We didn't have anything in common. I didn't even know that man's middle name. Like I couldn't understand a thing that man was saying. But we had so much fun together. We just got wasted and partied. Shout out Emil. You're great. Then my first love was like the Italian, like, you know, American Italian guy. And again, adored me, loved me. Like it was great. Different because I was his first black woman and his family like would walk on eggshells. Like, can they say black? You know, like it was just weird. But it was, again, I was genuinely that man's type, you know? Even though I was his first black woman, he just like would always have a crush on a black girl, would always ask a black girl to be his Valentine in school. Like it was just a different experience. But it's still weird being a guy's first black woman. You get how that feels. And then with the 2 black men that I've dated, it's just been different experiences. Like one like genuinely adored me. I'm not going to say my last relationship, like the public one. Like I generally think he likes black women. I just think his type is not dark-skinned women. Like I think he prefers a light-skinned girl. Maybe I'm wrong, but like just like hearing him talk about his type, it just didn't look like me. The girls that he followed, the girls that he desired, it just like literally didn't look like me ever.
Yeah.
And so it was like hard doing that, right? But then the other black guy I dated like generally loved black women. So I just had like multiple experiences with multiple different races, like being their type and not being their type, whether they're black or white. You know what I mean?
So it's hard to compare.
It's hard to compare because in my experience is different. Like I talk to other black women, they're like, white guys treat me amazing, black guys treat me bad. I haven't had that. I'm like, yikes, babe. Ooh. I'm like, maybe it's like the men you're going for. Like I've been genuinely desired by black men. I've been desired by, you know, white men.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it totally depends on who you pick too, because it's like I'm never gonna date anyone who I don't think is into me and treats me bad.
Yeah, like
no, like regardless of the race, I'm not dating anyone like that.
Yeah.
I was gonna say something else though, like about like fetishizing. I can't say it. Fetishization.
I don't know if that's a word.
I think it is. I just can't pronounce it. Fetishization.
So fetishes.
Yeah. So my point was, where does the line get drawn on that though? Because you're like with your French man, for example, you're like, oh, he just loved black. You know, like people say, oh, when you go over to Europe, like they love us over there.
They love us over there.
Right. But then when it's like, okay, where's the line? Because I'm not trying to date
a line,
a white
and I
guy.
found it.
Okay.
So there was this guy that I was seeing. He was Italian, like real Italian.
Okay.
And we'd be outside. It was summer. And he'd always be like, I love the way your skin looks in the sun. That's a fetish, babe. Like, it was bad. Like, he was like, I love you. He'd rub my skin like it was a jewel that he found in the ocean. Like, I was like, it's giving fetish, babe.
Yeah.
So, like, there is a line. Like, the way, like, and then there's some men who just generally love black women. They'll be like, I love your skin. Like, your skin is so beautiful.
Versus, I mean, you do have beautiful skin, to be fair.
Thank you so much. But it's the way they say it.
Right.
Like, if you're looking at it like it's this token that you've found, it's fucking weird.
Yeah.
Versus if, like, there's a guy who's just like, you have beautiful skin. Yeah, of course I do. 1 + 1 = 2. But if you're acting like it's weird. So you can find, like, with certain things that certain men say, you can find out immediately if you're a fetish. And I've just picked up on that.
Yeah, maybe it's just a vibe.
It's a vibe, but also they say it.
Well,
like, it's not just a vibe. They say it out loud, babe. Like, yeah. It's weird.
Yeah, because, I don't know. I would feel weird if I, like, started dating this guy and I looked and all of his ex-girlfriends just looked like me and he was, like, white. I'd be like,
yeah, so that's, like, the fine line. Like, I was talking to this black man and he was amazing. We didn't get into a relationship, but all of his exes looked like me. But like me.
Wait, he was black?
Not just, yeah.
Okay.
But not
just,
this
like,
is
the one you said that they were like, they all looked exactly like you.
But like exactly like we had very similar face features. And I was like, that's strange.
It's weird.
So I don't care whether you're outside of your race fetishizing or you're inside of your race and you just have a thing. Like where you like a certain... Yeah, but he was like, you guys all kind of look like my mom. And I was like,
oh, God.
That's something different. Like, I was like, all right, you got therapy immediately. But there's a lot of fucked up things in the dating world, whether you're white or black or like whatever your type is. You know what I mean? And I don't judge anyone. Like, I always say this to men, date your type. If I'm not your type, don't date me. Like, I got into a fight with one of my guy friends about this. Ooh, I need to know like your take about this. So we were all talking about like relationships and our types and stuff. And I have a rule. If a guy's never dated a girl that looks like me, I won't be with him. So I won't date a white guy who's never dated a black girl. I won't date a black man who's never dated a dark skin. It's just my rule.
Okay.
And my guy friend at the time, we were talking and he's white. And he was like, I don't like that. He's like, I'm a white man. I love all women, but I just haven't like dated a black woman yet. I try. But he's like, I just haven't. Because he looks like a very like... white guy, you know, and what he says black women are like, boy, like, like nobody takes this poor man seriously. So he's like, where's the line on that? Like, you just can't cut us off because we've never dated a black woman. Like, what if we've come from a small white town? Like, he's like, there's a lot of, and I was like, that has nothing to do with me. Like, it's my rule. I'm not saying it like you can't date us. I'm just saying I don't want you because of that. What do you think on that?
I kind of see both sides.
And I do see his side.
I do see his side too, because there's a lot of white guys I haven't taken seriously because I've literally been like
Jimmy bye.
Yeah, like I don't like, my instinct is just like, yeah, like you would have to really prove it to be like, yeah, I really want to date you.
Yeah, but how do they prove that?
Exactly. So that's why I haven't dated any either. Because it's like, I'm sure it hasn't been, people have probably tried and I just wrote it off as like, oh, he's just being friendly. Like he's not flirting with me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And also I'm just more attracted to black guys. So it just hasn't come up for me really. But like flip that, like him say, like somebody else saying that, like, I don't know. I feel like I get where he's coming from. I get where you're coming from too, because again, not trying to be the first.
You know what I'm saying?
For more people, it's just like, it depends on how old you are too. If a 22-year-old guy said that, I'd be like, all right. If you're 35 and you just haven't gotten
I haven't gotten a chance.
I just tried so hard to date black women, but I just haven't got one to bite yet. Like, no. You've had too many years. No.
Honestly, be for real.
Yeah.
But I also just think it's one of those things where it's like we were talking about earlier, being in a relationship with a man that's not and you're not his type and you can feel that, I always say just date your type. If you want a light-skinned girl with curly hair, date her. Like, why are you fucking around over here? They be trying. But I'm like, why are you over here at my house when you want to be across the street? Like, just go across the street. Like, you don't have to come over here for dinner. Like, just go to her dinner party. Like, truly. And I always say that, but it's just like, I don't know. Like, I think for me, and I mean this in the most humble way, like, I have this quality that men think that they want. And then they date me and they're like, oh, fuck. You know? Truly, like, I'm the girl, like, I walk into a room and you notice me. Like, I'm there. You know what I mean? I have an energy that people are drawn to. And like a man will see me dancing, or they see me the way that I move at a party and the way that I work a room, and they're like, oh, I want that. Then they date me and I never stop partying and I never stop working a room and I never stop dancing on a table or something. And I'm dance battling, whether I'm dating you or not. And certain men like think they want that. They're gravitated to that light. But then when they're dating you, that light is too bright for them.
Yeah.
Like, that's something that I've like come to find. And it's whether you're black or white, it's just like, it's what happened. So I think for me, it's not even a race thing. It's just a quality thing that men think they want this quality and they don't. But yeah, I don't know. It's just
the wrong ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm a catch, you guys. Don't think that I'm not. It's just, you know, I'm a lot. You know, you gotta have big hands to hold this. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God. Okay.
Not sexually.
Let's take a quick break and then we'll come back and tell it like it is.
Yes.
Okay. Somebody wrote in and asked, how soon is too soon to date after breaking up? What do you think about this one? I feel like it depends on a lot of things, like
I agree.
How long you dated, and I don't know. Like, I feel like you could be in let's say you were married for 10 years. You could have been checked out for the last 3.
Period.
So like, if you feel like you're ready emotionally, mentally, physically after 2 months, like, who cares if anyone is judging you? Like, I feel like it's just about judgment. Like, people are worried what people will think. It's like, you just got out of a marriage. I can't believe you're dating again. It's like, you don't know what happened in that marriage or in the relationship.
I agree.
Yeah.
I always say it has nothing to do with the time that you've been out of a relationship. It has to do with your healing process. So if you genuinely feel like that you have capacity in your heart and you won't project those issues from your last relationship onto a new person, date whenever you want. You know what I mean? Like, I'm someone, it takes me a while. Like, I really like to do the work wholeheartedly before I date somebody else. Like, I've been single for maybe a year and a half, maybe, or almost a year and a half. And I'm just now feeling like, okay, like, I can date someone without projecting any issues onto them. Like, I'm fully healed from my last relationship. There's no bitterness from my last person, that experience or anything. Then I fully know. I think for me, that's my tell. Like, if I feel any sort of bitterness towards my ex or the relationship, I'm not ready. You know what I mean? Like, if I'm still trashing that person, I'm probably not ready to move on. But if I can genuinely like look back on that relationship with fond memories, with the lessons learned, like, of course there's like bad things that happen, but like, I generally don't feel anything but love for that person. Maybe not love, but more like understanding, I guess, and just I guess I'm indifferent. I think that's the best word to describe it. But I think if you have any unresolved feelings, you should probably not be dating.
That's true. If you're still like getting worked up at like the mention of their name.
Oh my,
like, maybe you're not ready.
Maybe you have some work to do.
And make sure you're not just like jumping into anything just to kind of distract yourself. Because I feel like a lot of people will be like, I'm ready to date. And then they're just trying to get, I don't know, either go out and just like spend time with someone to be distracted, or, you know, they say only way to get over is to get under somebody.
I was just gonna ask if you believe in that.
Yeah, no. I mean, I don't just be outside fucking. So yeah, that's not a philosophy for me at all. It probably distracts you for a little bit, but I honestly feel like if I was still not over someone, like, that would be the times when you'd like be crying when somebody's inside you.
I've had that.
It's like you think you're fine until you start kissing someone else,
like,
and then you're thinking about like what it felt to kiss your ex-boyfriend, and then all of a sudden you're crying in their mouth. You know,
literally in their mouth. Not good.
Yeah. So don't worry about what other people think. If you feel like you're ready, date whenever you want.
Yeah. Go outside.
Yeah. Okay. We went live quickly during the break, and somebody on Cash's live asked a good question.
Yes. Do you believe, this was the question, do you believe in the theory you have your first love, struggle love, and real love? You have 3 big loves, and it's first love, struggle love, real love. Do you believe in that?
I've never heard of that. I mean,
really?
No, I've never heard of it as like a, such a succinct 3 loves specifically thing.
Oh my God,
that.
it's such a big thing. I studied, I wanted to have my own matchmaking business. And I think eventually I want to do like some sort of consulting business or matchmaking. I think that'd be really nice. So I did that in college. I minored in just like, we had to take like a course on love and what happens to the brain of falling in love and like the theories of love. And one of them is the 3 big loves. Like it's a big thing.
Oh,
yeah.
That's cool. But I don't like the idea that you can only have 3 big loves though.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm 30. Austin is the 3rd time I fall in love. Like, oh, I'm never going to have love again. Not saying that like.
If you guys break up.
Right.
Yeah.
Like I feel like 3 loves is like not a lot for an entire lifetime.
I hear you. And like in that theory, it's saying, so say like you've had 10 boyfriends and you feel like you've been in love 10 times. Out of those 10 times, there's probably 3 that are very significant to you.
Okay, I got
Do you know what I mean? Like I've had 4 relationships and only 2 have been really, really significant to me.
Right.
But I really cared about those other 2. And a part of me probably thought I was in love with them at a time. But really being older, disconnected from it, and can think of it logically, I've had 3 big loves. I had my first love and what would be considered my struggle love. But I haven't had that like real love where we just genuinely get each other and he gets me and loves me wholly.
Real love.
I'm talking about my real love.
I had to. In case you guys don't know, Cash and I love karaoke.
We love karaoke.
Okay, so you believe in it. We're looking for your real love.
I don't know if I believe it. We'll see. Like when I fall in love a 3rd time. Like you're technically on your real love right now.
I'm on my 3rd time.
But do you feel like those other 2 relationships were a real love and a struggle love? Because
the first love. So the first love, I was like a late bloomer when it came to dating. So my first love, I feel like most people fall in love in like high school with their like, first love,
I was
sweetheart. Yeah. I was later. So I was like early 20s when I had my first love, and it ended up being 5 years and like a really significant person in my life. And we lived together and like the whole thing. And it was very real. Yeah, I feel like it was a first love and a real love. Like it was very legit. It was like grown up. It wasn't just like, oh, first love, you're 17. But yeah, because I mean, the relationship kind of just, we outgrew each other, I think. The struggle love, yeah, it was a struggle. Period. That's all I have to say about that.
So maybe you've had your,
And I don't know. I think falling in love the second time was different because I expected it to feel like the first time.
Yeah, same.
It wasn't weird. So it caught me off guard. And then I was like, well, that's not love because it doesn't feel like the first time. And then I was like, wait, I'm so actually in love with that man. Like I can't even die anymore. But it was a struggle and it just wasn't a good fit. And this now feels like a very grown up, healthy, real love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. You've definitely had your big 3. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
All right. Well, I'm excited to see where this real love is coming from for you.
We will see. I truly only have one more relationship in me.
I don't blame you. Honestly.
Girl, I'm being so fucking for real. Like I truly only have one more relationship in me. So if y'all thought my standards were high before, like I honestly, like I'm really, you gotta come real freaking correct. And it's gonna take a while for me to be like, okay, that man is my boyfriend. I'm claiming him.
Fair.
We too grown out here to be fucking around. And if I'm fucking around, I'm on the sidewalk. Why am I going to be your girlfriend messing around? Like, you know what I mean?
I think someone's going to catch you by surprise.
I think so too. And I'm terrified.
No, it'll be good.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, oh shit.
What?
I was going to ask my final question.
Yeah, go off. Let's do it quick.
Oh, okay. Be vulnerable quick. What's something you want to be vulnerable about today?
Be vulnerable and make it quick. You go first.
Oh, I have to go? I always do go when you're here. Not when no other guests am I vulnerable. I always just ask them.
Because we're actually friends. Like, what?
I know. We don't have to do it. I mean, look at me trying to run away.
I think, okay, I have one.
Okay.
I'm really in between shaving my head again. And because I think I'm back into a place of relying on my hair to feel beautiful. So I'm like, fuck, I might have to shave it again. You know what I mean? Like I couldn't get my hair done and I had like my natural fro. And I was just like, I'm so fucking ugly. I can't leave the house. And I'm like, no, like my hair shouldn't, like, I hate that I'm relying so much on my hair for feeling beautiful again. Also, I miss being a bald bitch. I ate balls.
You did. That hits me where it hurts. I can't even comment.
I know, girl. I know.
Because I feel like that right now, and I'm just annoyed because I just feel like I was growing in and I was excited about, blah, 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 the whole thing I talked about in the last time you were here. But now I'm like, shit, where's the clippers? Like, I'm fucking over it. I don't like to be back in that place where I have the feelings of like.
Should we shave our heads together?
That would be iconic.
That would be iconic. We can make a sick ass video. I'm down.
I can't yet.
Oh, girl, I'm not in that place yet.
No, I need to get it together first. Yeah. I need to do what I need to do, and then I need to get over it. Will I shave it again? Probably.
Same.
Yeah, definitely.
See us bald soon.
Tell everyone where they can find you on socials.
You can find me on Instagram, Twitter if you're bored. I'm really on there. Or TikTok at Cashay Proudfoot.
It's so nice you have your handles on everything. I guess Cashay is like a very unique name. I'm saying you're just Cashay Proudfoot everywhere.
Are you not?
Easy. I'm Chelsea Vaughn on Instagram. I'm Chelsea Vaughn _ on TikTok.
Yeah.
I'm Chelsea Vaughn _ on Twitter. I can't get I don't know who Chelsea Vaughn is out there.
Oh, I had to pay somebody for my TikTok.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I gave him $100.
That's it?
Yeah.
Well, I need to find Chelsea Vaughn.
They were like 14. Like, they're like $100. Wow.
That's amazing. You can find us at Vaughnerable Pod on YouTube. You can watch this whole episode, and please subscribe and definitely rate the pod 5 stars on Spotify and Apple.
5 stars.
We'll see you next time, Cash. She'll be back soon enough, y'all.
I'll be back. She loves a little bit of me.
Bye,
you guys.